chance. They don't say for sure we didn't do it. They go, oh, it's a pong by, you know, we wouldn't break the law, blah, blah, blah. All right, would you support national security taking emails from Americans here and storing them?
Well, again, I think that's an important part of the, the important question is, how are these programs being coordinated? The answer is generally absolutely not. I mean, no one wants to be in a position where the government just decides, I'm going to go into Bill O'Reilly's emails because I'm curious to see what he's doing. And I hope that that's not the intent of these programs.
So you wouldn't support that, and I certainly don't support that. Do you support the bundling of phone call data, not listening, data? Just so that, and storing it somewhere so that if they pick up a hot number of a terrorist, they can cross it and see if the terrorists are dealing with anybody in the USA.
Well, again, Bill, with that program, as far as it's concerned, there is information out there that does not paint a full picture of how these programs are conducted. And if they would declassify some of that information, I think it would give people a lot more comfort over how those programs are ultimately utilized. But this is a tough issue. On the one hand, we have these programs that we know are effective at tracking when terrorists are communicating with people in this country. On the other hand, people have a privacy expectation, at least that they feel like they do, and they don't want to see that violated or misused by this or a future government. So it's a very difficult balancing act, but my hope is they'll declassify some of this information on how the safeguards are built in.
There's a lot of pressure to do so. On the IRS scandal, do you think the FBI is going to make criminal arrests in that case?
I don't know. I think there needs to be a fuller investigation in it.
Well, the FBI is on it. They're on it now.
Yeah, but understand the Justice Department oversees that, and I'm not sure the Justice Department is in a position to do that
But then what you're saying is that Holder would corrupt the FBI. The FBI has always been independent in this country.
Yeah, but again, the Justice Department holds great sway over how these investigations are conducted, and I just think it's important. You know, I'm generally reluctant to call for independent counsel on issues because I think that can also be misused. But in this case, when it gets so close now to what's happening here in Washington, I think there's merit in that, and I'm not besmirching the FBI. I think they do a great job. But we can't forget at the end of the day that the Justice Department, because it's a political appointment, it is politicized to some extent.
Do you want Holder to resign? Have you called for his resignation?
I do.
Okay.
I do. I did a year ago. I did a year ago in Fast and Furious. I have even less confidence in his ability to do the job now, and in particular when it comes to this IRS investigation.
All right. Now this week the proposed new immigration law is going to be taken up for debate in the Senate. That's been approved. Are you optimistic this is going to pass? You want it to pass in some form. Are you optimistic that's going to happen this year?
Well, I think it depends on border security, and it depends on ensuring that it doesn't cost the American taxpayer. I think the bottom line is if we can secure the border and ensure that this never happens again, and if we can ensure that it doesn't cost the American taxpayer by people going on welfare and things like that, then I think it'll pass.
Well, you got to have no welfare in the bill. The bill's got to say they don't get government assistance.
It does, but there's ways. Yeah, it does, and it says that already, but there are ways to tighten that even further. We've identified ways to make it even tighter, and we've offered amendments in that regard. And on the border security part of it, people have to know that this is never going to happen again. The border will finally be secured for national security and sovereignty purposes.
I don't know who's going to oppose that, but if anybody does, tell me. Now, Leahy from Vermont, he wants gay illegal aliens to bring in their gay friends or partners or whatever. And he's trying to get that rider on the immigration bill. Is that going to happen?
Well, if that happens, the bill is dead. It certainly won't have my support. I've been very clear on that. I respect people's views on the issue, but that is not this is already tough enough as it is to inject something as divisive as that. If that gets on the bill's going to die. There's no doubt about it.
All right. Okay, Senator, thanks for being a stand-up guy coming on in, and please let us know